Take a sip of tonic water on its own, and chances are your face does that involuntary little scrunch. It's sharp, dry, and unmistakably bitter. Nothing like the sweetness you might expect from something that looks like soda. And yet, mix it with a slice of lime and your favorite drink, and suddenly it becomes refreshing, even addictive. So what's going on here? Why is tonic water bitter in the first place, and why do so many people actually enjoy it? Today, we're going to break down where that bitterness comes from, how it started, and why it's still a big part of the drink we know now, right here on History of Simple Things. To understand tonic water's bitterness, we have to go back to the 19th century, during the height of European colonial expansion. British soldiers stationed in tropical regions like India faced a deadly threat: malaria. The only effective treatment at the time was a compound called quinine, derived from the bark of the cinchona tree native to South America. There was just one problem: quinine tasted extremely bitter. Soldiers struggled to take it regularly, which was a serious issue since skipping doses could be life-threatening. To make it more palatable, they started mixing quinine with water, sugar, and later carbonation. Eventually, this mixture evolved into what we now call tonic water. And yes, that same bitterness that once made medicine hard to swallow is still part of the drink today. The key reason tonic water is bitter comes down to one ingredient: quinine. Chemically speaking, quinine is an alkaloid, a naturally occurring compound often found in plants. Many alkaloids, including caffeine and nicotine, have a bitter taste, but quinine is especially intense. Our tongues are actually wired to detect bitterness very efficiently. From an evolutionary standpoint, bitterness often signals potential toxins, so our taste receptors are highly sensitive to it. Quinine triggers these receptors strongly, which is why even a small amount can dominate the flavor of a drink. Interestingly, modern tonic water contains far less quinine than its medicinal ancestor. Today, the amount is strictly regulated in many countries for safety reasons. Despite that, it still carries enough quinine to give tonic water its signature bite. If quinine is so bitter, why doesn't tonic water taste as harsh as pure quinine? That's because modern tonic water is carefully balanced. Manufacturers add sweeteners like sugar or high-fructose corn syrup to offset the bitterness. Carbonation also plays a role, adding a crisp, tingling sensation that distracts from the sharpness. Some tonic waters even include citrus flavors or botanical extracts, which further soften the bitterness and make the drink more complex. So while the bitterness is still there, it's no longer overwhelming. It's controlled, shaped, and, for many people, enjoyable. So if tonic water no longer treats malaria, why keep quinine in it at all? The short answer is simple: flavor. Quinine isn't just some leftover ingredient from the past, it's actually the defining taste of tonic water. Without it, tonic water would basically just be plain carbonated sugar water, closer to something like lemon soda rather than the crisp, slightly bitter drink people recognize. There's also a branding and tradition aspect to it. Tonic water has built its reputation around that unique taste for generations, and consumers expect that familiar bite when they open a bottle. It's part of what makes the drink recognizable and consistent worldwide. In a way, quinine isn't just an ingredient anymore. It's what defines tonic water as tonic water, even today. Tonic water's most famous partner is gin. The classic gin and tonic actually has roots in the same colonial history. British officers in India began mixing their quinine tonic with gin to make it more enjoyable and, let's be honest, a little more fun to drink. The combination worked perfectly. Gin, with its herbal and juniper notes, complements the bitterness of quinine, while lime adds brightness. Together, they create a drink that's balanced, refreshing, and far more appealing than quinine alone. Today, the gin and tonic remains one of the most popular cocktails in the world, proving that tonic water's bitterness isn't a flaw, it's a feature. Here's something interesting. Quinine is actually fluorescent. Under ultraviolet light, tonic water glows with a soft blue hue. It's a neat reminder that the drink still carries a trace of its medicinal past. Another fun detail is that not all tonic waters taste the same. Some brands use higher quality quinine or natural sweeteners, while others experiment with different botanical blends. That's why tonic water can range from sharply bitter to subtly complex depending on what you're drinking. Also, while tonic water once had real medical use, today it's not effective for treating malaria. The quinine levels are far too low for that purpose, so it's strictly a beverage now, not medicine. That said, quinine in small amounts has been loosely linked to minor benefits like helping with leg cramps or supporting digestion, although these effects are limited and not scientifically strong at the levels found in tonic water. So, why is tonic water bitter? It all comes down to quinine, a compound with a long history as a life-saving medicine. What started as a necessary but unpleasant treatment eventually transformed into a unique and refreshing drink. That bitterness, once a problem, is now the defining feature of tonic water. It's what gives the drink its character, its edge, and its ability to pair so well with other flavors. And while it might catch you off guard at first, it's also what keeps people coming back for another sip. In the end, tonic water is a perfect example of how something once purely functional can evolve into something genuinely enjoyable, even if it still makes you scrunch your face just a little on that first taste. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.